In this session, we're going to discuss how to add a new tax to your system. So in order to add a new tax, I go to my setup, and the first thing we're going to do is go down to other charges. So let's say in this system, we do have a sales tax, but we also need to add another tax for, let's say, batteries. So what that means is I have to add this tax and apply it to batteries, and I need to be able to track it every time I use this tax and also track all my collections. And then I need to be able to remit it. So let's go up here, we'll go to add. We're going to add a new tax. We're going to give it a code. I'm just going to use B for battery. And I'm going to tell the system that it is a tax. So the name is going to be what's going to be printed on your invoices. So we'll just call this the battery tax. You can put a little description if you wish. And how it's calculated. So we're going to say it's fixed amount per item. And let's say that there is a $3 tax on all battery sales. Now, tax agency, this is going to be important. In other words, who am I going to be remitting this to? Now, this one here, the state sales tax, is for the regular sales tax. We're going to have to start a new agency or a different agency for this. So we're going to hit create. We're going to give it the name. So we'll just call this the state battery tax agency. And we're going to create a tax line. I'm going to add. So an addition means we're going to collect, and we'll just call this battery tax. Now, if I need to add any additional lines, like for discounts, early payments, things like that, adjustment lines, you just simply go to action, add, and you can make it an addition or a deduction line. You just tell it, and it'll automatically add or subtract. So once I have that, I hit OK. Now I have my new agency. I don't do anything on purchases whenever I purchase, but whenever I sell something, I'm going to collect it. So this is step one. Step two is to tell the system how are we going to apply this. That's going to be called sales rules. So if we come over here, let's go pull up our battery tax, and we go to add. I have various ways I can do this. Is it going to be a labor? No, it's going to be on material. Is it going to be a other charge or a tax? Okay. Is it going to be a work order tag? Other charge code? No, that's not going to work. It's going to go on materials. So that tax is going to be applied on a material, but I have to be very specific. Wouldn't normally go on a work order. It's going to go on just a battery itself. Category, code, title of a job? No. So we're looking at very specific part line or material line. Now I could do description, and I could say, well, anytime I sell something that has BATTERY in the description, to charge that tax. And that's depending on whoever's entering it to spell it correctly every time. So that may not work too well. I can do manufacturer if I have the inventory coded. But what if I order in that battery and I didn't pull it from inventory? I could have a service category. I could do definition. I could do it by definition here. I can say, okay, anytime I put something on that is a vehicle battery, let's go find that definition here. To automatically apply it, I can do that. I can also tag. So tag is like a sticky note that I can apply on any material line as needed. So let's think about how that might work. So in order for me to use a tag, I have to go create one first. So let's just cancel this for now. And what we're going to do is go down to tags. So we want to create a material line tag. And we're going to call this the battery tax. So battery tax. So this is going to be the tag that I'm going to use on any material line that I so choose. Go back to our rules again. Battery tax. We're going to add a rule. It's going to be for materials. Tag. Now let's go find our tag. There's our battery tax tag. We hit OK. So now we have it set up. So we've set our other charge, applied the rule, we've made a tag. If we look down below, let's save this first here. If we look down below and we go to our tax agencies, you see we have our new tax agency that we created. Now it's just a matter of telling the system where I want to apply that tag. So if I go over to my services here, let's go to batteries. Here's a job for the battery. Open the line. I'm going to go to that line for the battery, and I'm going to apply the tag. So I'm going to go search. Here's our battery tax tag that we made. Now, whether I sell one battery or four, doesn't matter. It's going to apply that charge, that tax. Save it. And now we're done. So when we go back over to taxes and payroll here, if we go look, now we have our new agency, and it'll start to report all collections. Now here's the advantage to having a tag in a situation like that. Let's go over to work orders. So here I have a job. And we're going to sell this person a battery. So when I add the package for the battery, you'll notice on the end of this line, the B, which is the battery tax. So whether I order this in from an outside source or if I pull it from inventory, it does not matter. Does not matter. So if I go to my catalog, look it up. Select whatever battery I'm going to sell, bring it back. It's still going to apply the tax. And if you look closely down towards the bottom, I have my battery tax, $3 each. What if I sell 2, 3, 4? Doesn't matter. It's going to automatically calculate it. Let's kind of put a little bit of labor in this one here. So the other advantage of having a tag in a situation like this, what if I'm doing a job and I want to just add a part line for a battery? And I could add it to any other service package, for example. If I come in here and I go add a part line, and I'm going to sell this person a battery, I can always go to my tags and add the tag as needed. And it will automatically charge. So that's kind of the advantage of having a tag like that. Let's delete that. So we'll say we ordered that, came in. We're going to go receive it real quick. And we hit OK. So now when I post this out, that should automatically go to that tax agency for collections. Go back to home, taxes and payroll, tax summary, battery tax here. Look at this month. And there is our collection. Go to view transactions. Here's the invoice we just collected it on. That is how to add a new tax to your system.